Welcome to tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, and as always, I have a very special guest for you, Miss Vera Moore, founder and CEO of Vera Moore Cosmetics. She'll be with us for the next 30 minutes, so stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV.
Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered.
Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, and like I said, I have a very lovely lady with me here tonight, Miss Vera Moore and her amazing daughter, Consuella. Both of these ladies, powerhouse. Together. I love it. I've had the pleasure of working with you, in the last year or so, doing many events, but we're going to introduce you now to the Beyond Focus TV family. So it's a pleasure to have you here. So welcome.
Thank you for inviting us. We're delighted to be here.
It's amazing, especially makeup and beauty in the holidays. I think this is like peak time. It's like such a great time to be a woman in makeup right now.
Well, it's a great time to glow.
Yes.
Glitter. It's a great time to be naughty and nice.
And you could do both. Right? You could definitely do both.
We have some products called Naughty and Nice.
Naughty and lipstick, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And a little bit later on, we might get to talk about some of the products, so definitely stay tuned. But let's bring it back for those who may not be familiar with you at all. Who is Vera Moore? Let's talk about your story.
Well, I'll fast forward, because we'll have to have another show to tell the whole story. I never had any idea that I was going to be an entrepreneur. My background's all theater. I started off with the federal government. I worked for 5 years. I made a plan. I wanted to be in the theater. Okay. And my first break was a soap opera. Not a soap opera. Was a show called South Pacific. And I was in the chorus. And I say that to tell people, don't get discouraged. There must have been 1,000 people in that show. But I managed to get in. I was very excited about it. And I used to audition on my lunch hour. And then one day I got it. I got the gig. So I came back to the office and I said, I'm quitting. They said, you're going to quit a federal government job to do summer stock? Because summer stock, you only work for 3 months.
Yeah.
But that's where the passion and the desire, and I did it. And so that was the beginning. I left, and then after that it snowballed, and I had an opportunity to do many soap operas, Edge of Night, Search for Tomorrow. And I got my tremendous break on Another World. We're the first black family on Another World, Channel 4. And I was on there for about a decade. And then after I got on there, I saw a void in the market.
A very big void, actually.
A very big void in the market for people of color. And that was the genesis of Vera Moore Cosmetics, because any entrepreneur wants to fill a void. And that's what I did.
That is amazing. And being the first of your kind in this industry, now, we can't even talk about makeup for darker ladies now, without mentioning Fenty Beauty. That's the big thing right now. But you were doing it at a time where there was no social media, where there's maybe
nothing.
4 shades.
Yeah,
Right.
And they weren't for anybody darker than you. If there wasn't anything
I'm
for
always at the
example, like a
darkest
Cicely
shade.
Tyson, or I forget the lady's name that won the Oscar, the actress, the African actress.
Yes.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I forget. It escapes me. But no, there was nothing. And my focus was for, we're all people of color, but I wanted the pitch black woman, because that's really where the void was.
Yes.
And we were in Green Acres Mall. We were also the first black tenant in the history. Green Acres Mall were trailblazers. I'm really dating myself. This was in the 70s.
And I always love when you tell that story live, and you capture the audience, because so many people listen to you speak, and they're like, oh my gosh, they had you on the first floor, and you're like, at least they let me in.
Oh, she knows the whole story. You don't even need me here.
I remember the story.
Yeah. Well, I had an opportunity to go into Green Acres Mall, and fast forward, it was extremely difficult, and I don't suggest anybody do this, but I mortgaged my home to get there. This is in 1979, so don't do that. Don't do what I did. Only through the grace of God I survived it. But they promised me the first floor, and 3 years later, it took that long to get into the mall. And they said the management changed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and they gave me the second floor. Now, the second floor is where the food court is. So you know the story, French fries and lipstick. Did I take it? Absolutely, yes. I took it because I wanted to break down a barrier. I wanted to break down a color barrier. I wanted to level the playing field. So that's why I did it. I would have gone on the roof to get into Green Acres Mall. So we were the first black tenant in the history the 50-year history, more than 50 years now, but the 50-year history of Green Acres Mall, we integrated that mall. It was all over the news because we were the first Black.
I love
it. It was amazing.
Amazing.
I think about it and I just think, I'm so grateful to God. I really am. I get chills to think, where did I get that nerve? You know, when you're young and silly and stupid, you just do things.
You just do it, but
now that you think about it now, my God. You mortgage your home, are you crazy?
People do it. How do you feel getting to work with your mother and being a part of her enterprise that she created?
Well, it's a blessing. Let's start with that one. It's a blessing. But it can be a little exhausting at times and tiring, difficult. My mother has very high expectations, which she should. I do live up to them, though. But
she does. She absolutely does.
That's great.
Yeah, she does.
When we're working, it's not like, okay, it's my mother, I'm the daughter, it's the business.
Right.
Let's get this done. You know, sometimes she has good ideas, sometimes she doesn't. I'll tell her. Sometimes I have good ideas, sometimes I don't. She'll tell me. Exactly. Together, but you know, it's not the easiest thing to work with family. I'm sure anybody who does work with their family can understand that. But it's great. And you learn a lot.
Being the daughter, and of course, your mother's been in business 38 years, so happy anniversary.
Yes.
38
years.
38 years. So the majority of your life, you could say you're almost born into this. You watched this from a little girl growing up.
Yes, we were just talking about that.
Tell me about this story. She was young. We had a hair salon. My husband had a hair salon. And she was like 2 years old. You know, we used to take her to the hair salon with us. We take her wherever, because I didn't want anybody, it was my only little brat. I didn't want anybody taking care of her other than my mother. So she'd go to the hair salon. My husband was a cosmetologist. And we had a hair salon called Billy's Place on Hillside Avenue. So we would take her, and I want my nails done. She's 2 years old. So we would just put a little nail polish on her and make believe, you know. And
wash and set.
And she actually got a wash and set, and we put her underneath to dry, and she'd stay asleep. Then we could get things done.
So warm and cozy.
So she grew up. She grew
on
up.
The books.
Sitting on the books. Remember? Yeah, because she was so small, she couldn't, you know, with the dryer. So all her life.
And that's what I'm saying. You were born into, or basically raised, rather, you know, being an entrepreneurs and seeing your mother break down these barriers. But for you, sometimes when you're on the inside, you might not see it as much as someone like myself.
It becomes her norm.
It's normal for you.
It's normal for her.
Yes. To work for yourself is such a great thing. Like, I couldn't imagine working for anybody else other than my parents or myself.
And that's a little bit different because most people don't have the luxury of getting to go into their family business.
Right.
Yes.
Or they don't want to because it's difficult working with your family.
You know,
it's very difficult, but you get things done.
Well, you know what? You know, she keeps saying it's difficult, and I agree with her 100%. But because I know what she can do.
Right.
You know, I really do. I know she hasn't even touched what she can do. And who else is going to tell her but her mother that can really critique her and say, listen, you know you can do better. And she has such great ideas. I'm trying to learn to listen. It's kind of hard.
Yes.
I'm trying to learn how to listen to her.
You get there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Because she's got some great idees. And that's what you need. You need new ideas and, you know, innovative ideas, how to do things, how to change things. So I think it's a great thing. I'm really delighted, and I'm blessed to have such a wonderful daughter.
It's
what
great
would you do without me?
I don't know.
You know, it's a team here, and I want to emphasize that because, you know, a lot of times people, you know, even though you're an entrepreneur, there's people in the background. No one ever really truly does it alone.
No.
Oh, there's no such thing. No man's an island. Oh, absolutely not. No. And speaking of team, you know, we've gone to Anaz, the spa, and that's a mother-daughter thing.
Yes.
So we are absolutely delighted about it.
Well, hold that thought. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. So, ladies, I love having you all here. I really do. Ball of energy. And it's makeup, it's beauty. This is my wheelhouse. I love this stuff. I'm a girly girl.
Well, you're so pretty. Come on.
Oh, my goodness. But you know what? Makeup actually is supposed to be used to enhance.
Yes.
A lot of people kind of mask it. So kind of talk about being in the industry, using your expertise, and seeing kind of how the trends are going now, where you know, everyone wants to highlight and over-highlight, and everything's like these Insta makeup artists because of Instagram.
Yeah.
And if your line doesn't really focus on that, because that may not be real.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say a little thing, and then I'll just leave it up to Consuela. You know, our mantra has always been, skincare is the foundation, makeup is an accessory. Yes. It was always about the skin. You know, the foundation really, you know, your palette. It's just like a foundation of a house. It's skincare. So we always said skincare is a foundation, makeup is an accessory, and I always say, you know, clean it up versus cover it up.
Right. I love that.
Yes, definitely.
Always, you know, because we come from, my husband was a licensed esthetician for 30 years, 40 years, and he was also a cosmetologist, Billy's Place. And then Consuela went to Howard University and graduated. Now she's an esthetician for a decade.
Wonderful.
Christine Valmay. So we always believe, keep the skin clean. You know, that's what makes you glow.
Right, and
not the makeup.
You'll need less makeup if you do that.
So let's get into some myths that, you know, since, you know, we got the real background here. You guys have a foundation in this.
Yes.
Wearing makeup every day damages your skin. True or false?
False.
False.
You have to wash it off before you go to bed.
That's
what
true.
keeps the skin clean.
Yeah.
You can't go to sleep with makeup on your face. It ages you.
Okay.
Eyeliner, mascara.
Even
ages
eyeliner.
You. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Are you
It seeps
guilty?
into the skin.
I'm guilty.
Oh.
I was like, I don't do the foundation. You're like eyeliner. I'm like, okay.
So we got to get her a
So
cleanser.
make everything
Consuela.
under the eye darker.
Yes, it does. I do wake up with it, and you realize I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I still got a
You look
little
like you
soot
have black
underneath
eyes
it.
over.
Right.
Okay, so that's a good one. So definitely don't sleep in your makeup.
No.
Absolutely
Ever.
not.
Stumble in and wash your face.
Stumble in and wash your face. What would be the best type of product to use to remove makeup that would be gentle on your skin and still, I guess, give you that glow?
Well, depending on the skin type, there's different types of cleansers you can use. We have a full line of skincare also. Cleansers that don't lather, a cream cleanser, are the best for the face. Unless somebody has acne or very oily skin, they need something that does lather a little, but not like a soapy body wash lather. No. Cream cleansers, milk base, are great for dry skin.
Our soothing milk cleanser.
Soothing milk cleanser is excellent for dry and mature skin. I use the purifying pore cleanser because I have combination skin.
Right.
That doesn't lather at all. But definitely keeping the skin clean and hydrated. Exfoliating is key. Also, at least once a week.
Okay.
No
I've
more
heard
than
about
twice.
that, but
It's a scrub.
it's a scrub.
You know, people say, what does exfoliating mean?
It means
It
to
means
scrub
to
the skin.
slough off those debris because of the pollution,
Elements.
the environment. You've got the elements. Otherwise, you don't get the glow, right?
Okay, so that's another way to get the glow. So when people come into Vera Moore Cosmetics at any one of your locations, especially your main location, can they get consultations about their skin?
Yeah,
Yes,
Look
definitely.
Boutique. Tell them about the Look
Yes,
Boutique.
we sell to Dwayne Reed and Walgreens
Yeah.
Look Boutiques throughout Manhattan and throughout the United States. Dwayne Reed in New York and Walgreens outside of New York. And they only hire in the Look Boutiques estheticians, cosmetologists, beauty advisors. So you can go there and get a skincare consultation. You can get a makeup consultation. They'll match your foundation shade for you, so you're not guessing in the aisles where you can't have testers. They have testers for you to try. So it's very welcoming.
Good.
The people are knowledgeable. If you have questions, you can always call us directly in the office and talk to us. I do consultations, so we're here to help.
And what's even better than that now? You're at a NAS spa.
Yes.
You can actually come in and get a facial.
Yes.
Yes.
What's that, 281 Nassau Boulevard. Did I get that right?
I think so. Yes.
Garden
281 Garden City.
Yes.
A
Garden
NAS
City.
spa. Consuela's there. She's an esthetician. So just by going into Dwayne Reed, they show you something. But if you want to get a deep cleaning
Yes.
with the facial, with the
facial.
steam machine, the whole hour.
Oh my
the
goodness.
exfoliating, the debris.
Paraffin hand
There you go.
treatments.
Those are
So
really
that
good.
you come on.
I think we have to do a segment
I think
with me there.
we have to do something there. Yeah, so that would really give you the deep cleaning that you need.
Yes.
That would be amazing. So how are you managing that now, still being a part of course, Vera Moore? It's just an extension of it, more or less.
It's an extension. You make